my channel. Today I have a super exciting video for you. I'm going to be doing a first trimester recap. So this video will cover everything from A to Z from my first trimester of my first pregnancy. If you guys are new to my channel, hello, welcome. My name is Cami and I am currently pregnant with my first baby. My husband and I are so excited to go on this journey. It has been crazy and wonderful so far. The word I keep using is joyful. It's been truly a joyful experience. To everything, the cravings, the symptoms, the not feeling so hot, the nausea, it has really been a joyful experience, and it is so cool to feel everything changing in your body. It's just proof that a miracle is happening and that a baby is growing. So I don't know, I'm just still in shock, honestly, but I cannot wait. So like I said earlier, this video is going to cover my first trimester, which is weeks 1 through 12. Now, to start off, I want to let you guys know that I found out I was pregnant week 4. It was 4 and some odd days, but honestly, who counts the days? Not me. I count the weeks. So week 4, I found out I was pregnant. I was actually living in Canada at the time with my husband for him to play professional basketball. And the week I found out, he was on a vacation's the wrong word because it was for work. He was on a trip. He was on a work trip. He was away for 6 days total. And the day I found out, there was still 3 more days left until he was coming home. Now, I know, like, holy cow, I cannot believe I kept the secret for a few days. It was really hard, but I have thought about that moment my whole life, and I wanted to tell Wayne in person. I wanted to do something super special for him and make it so he would never forget it, like do something sweet that it would mean so much to both of us. I wasn't gonna call him, I wasn't gonna text him, so I waited 3 days for him to come home. So that was probably the most exciting, but the moment I click back to when I think of my first trimester is just finding out I was pregnant and telling my husband. And if you haven't seen both of those videos, I will pop them in the cards above. They are super special to me and videos I am so glad I made and recorded myself finding out I was pregnant and telling my husband. The fact that we have those memories forever that we will be able to share with our baby is so special to me. So I'll talk a little bit about my symptoms right around the time I found out I was pregnant. And this is going to be super short and to the point because I had no symptoms. Please let me know down below if you were the same way. I thought I would have a feeling or a dream or I don't know. I had zero. Zilch, goose egg. I had no idea I was pregnant. The only thing that led me to believe it was a possibility was the fact that I missed my period. And that's pretty much it, which is really crazy because I feel like you grow your whole life and you hear women say, I just knew I was pregnant, or I just had this feeling. I don't know what feeling to talk about because I did not have that feeling. I had no feeling at all, which honestly was kind of hard in the beginning. I felt a little bit down on myself and I was hard on myself because I didn't have that feeling. But come to find out, I don't have a lot of feelings in this pregnancy. I don't know if it's just a chill pregnancy or the baby's super chill, but those first probably 5 weeks, I had not many symptoms at all. It wasn't until week 7, week 7, you guys, was so hard for me. I got sick this week. Not enough to the point that I ever threw up. I never threw up, which, like, I'm seriously so blessed and, like, fortunate to say that because I know a lot of women do get super sick during pregnancy. The worst I had was nausea for 7 straight days. I literally laid vertical every single day, and it was pretty not fun. The best way I can explain it is the worst hangover of your life, constantly, all day long. But the bummer part is you didn't have the fun night before to like deserve the hangover. Like, I woke up one day, I was totally fine, week 4, week 5, week 6, and I woke up one day and I was like, crap, it has hit. I do not feel good. I am so nauseous, and ooh. However, I will count my blessings that it only lasted exactly 1 week. So the second those 6 days were up, I felt great. My biggest tip for you to combat your nausea during pregnancy is to constantly eat and drink water. And I feel like this is where first trimester can go one of two ways, because during the point where I was nauseous, nothing sounds good, you're not hungry, you're just in so much pain. Not pain in your body, but your head hurts, your stomach is queasy, you just feel so sick. And I will tell you that you need to eat. I was eating every 30 minutes to an hour, whether I was hungry or not. I was snacking on oranges, I was snacking on apples, peanuts, oh, what are those bars from Costco? Those like saved my life. Aussie bars. Aussie bars? Aussie bites? Aussie bites! Yeah, okay. If you have a Costco near you, or you can somehow get your hands on Aussie bites, these were seriously a lifesaver for me. They're just small little round, almost kind of like a granola bar compacted into a little bite size. And they have, literally they are full of chia seeds, grains, nuts, like healthy things, guys, healthy things. So it's not like you're snacking on chocolate or anything like that. They are good for you. So go check them out, Aussie Bites. What I did is I even just like took a bite every 30 minutes or an hour. Whenever I started feeling sick, I ate something and I was chugging water. The biggest thing that I noticed throughout my whole first trimester, as well as into my second trimester, which I'm in right now, is that if I start getting a headache, it is my first cue that I have not drinking enough water that day, and I instantly go chug an entire glass. It is something that I know the second my head starts to hurt, it's because I haven't drinking enough water. And that is such a key thing throughout your whole pregnancy, but especially the first trimester, to keep your body full of water and fluids. I was just chugging water. And I want to say that if you have been sick during your pregnancy and you've had a hard pregnancy in terms of not feeling great, being sick, my heart goes out to you. You are like the true MVP. Seriously, I mean that, because that week was honestly hard for me. It was really hard for me, and I worked through the whole week, which was not fun. And if that were to keep going multiple weeks into months, I just don't know how you women do it out there that are sick during your pregnancy. So seriously, my heart goes out to you. The next few weeks after my 1 week of being sick, so pretty much 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, those last month-ish, I really noticed I was kind of having food aversions, which is pretty much where nothing sounds good. You're starving, you're so hungry, but literally nothing sounds good. Nothing was ever super repulsive to me. Like, nothing made me sick, nothing made me want to throw up. Like, No smells or foods really made me sick, but just nothing sounded good. A funny story that I want to share with you is one night Wayne and I went to the store to get something to eat. Him and I both, like, we did not want to cook. We were so over eating, like, out at a restaurant that we thought, well, we'll just go to the superstore and see what they have that's kind of pre-made or that we can heat up or whatever. And Wayne found really quickly what he wanted to eat, and I took 45 minutes. One of the biggest things I want to note during my first trimester is, as you guys know, Wayne and I were up in Canada my whole first trimester. In fact, I think we came home when I was 12 or 13 weeks. So literally the whole first trimester I was in Canada. With that being said, we did not go to a doctor at all up in Canada. We called around to see if it was possible for me to go, and since I was not a citizen and I didn't have a work visa or a work permit to be there because I was there for my husband, it was just way too complicated, and we decided that we would wait until we came back to the States to see the doctor. So that was probably one of the hardest things, is that I really wanted to go and see baby and make sure everything was good and looked healthy and looked right. And the fact that I couldn't, it was okay because I knew that it wasn't really a possibility, but it made our first appointment just so special when we were finally able to come home and go see baby for the first time. At 11 weeks, so pretty much right towards the end of the first trimester. Oh, my lights just flickered. But right at the end of my first trimester is when I kind of started to get the feeling that it was a boy. And I wasn't really sure why I thought it was a boy. I just remember looking at girl photos, girl clothing, and just having this feeling like this isn't right. I don't know why I'm looking at girl stuff. It doesn't feel right to me. I don't know, which is so weird to say now, but looking back, I just knew that looking at baby girl stuff wasn't right and it didn't feel right. So I think that's kind of crazy that even though I didn't know what I was having, I had certain feelings towards a girl and a boy. And I think that's kind of cool that whether you're fully aware of it or not, your body, I feel like, kind of knows what it is. Is that weird to say? Maybe. And then my very last week of my first trimester, week 12, and I remember this night so vividly. My hips were hurting so bad. I actually kind of started to feel sick again, but not same sick as last time, just like an achy. My whole body was achy. I left, Wayne was out on the couch. I left him. I was like, I'm going to bed. I do not feel good. And I was laying in bed so uncomfortable. My hips and my back were hurting so bad. And the weirdest thing about this is this was the first night I just thought to myself, I was like, I need a pillow in between my knees. I need something to make it a little more comfortable to sleep and like bearable to sleep. And so that was the first night I put a pillow in between my knees. And it finally was like a sweet release. It felt so good on my hips, on my back. And pretty much since then, I have slept with a pillow in between my legs. I'm not really sure what happened that night. I don't know. But it was like nothing in this whole world was comfortable besides laying on my left side with a pillow in between my legs. Not my right, my left. I slept on my left the whole night. And I remember that little specific detail so vividly. You guys, I think that's it for this video. Overall, my first trimester was honestly such a joyful experience. This pregnancy so far has been a joyful experience, but the first trimester I was really worried about how I would feel and how my body would get on and if I would be able to continue my workouts, which everything besides that 1 week of nausea was totally normal, from my eating to my working out. I was still going on some runs and walking every day, as well as working out every day, and it just totally shocked me on all angles that I felt so much like myself still. I just knew I had a little baby growing inside of me. So I think power of positivity and the power of the mindset truly does a lot. I can sit and focus on all the negatives and all the little areas that I kind of hurt a little bit. But overall, the first trimester was such a joyful experience. I felt great. I felt like myself. My bump is pretty much non-existent in my first trimester. I looked like myself, and it was a very joyful experience, and I count my blessings in that because I know not everyone has that, and I know that pregnancy is different for so many people, but for me, the first trimester was honestly better than I could have ever expected, and I have loved every minute of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I cannot wait to give you guys more updates kind of as I progress in my pregnancy. From now on, I think I'm going to do a update every month as I kind of start to have more symptoms and my belly starts to get a little bit bigger. But I'm so excited to watch my belly grow, see the baby grow, and I can't wait for all the adventures and first times that are coming up, because I know I have a lot in store, and I just can't believe I'm a mom. I don't know, you guys. It's the craziest, most wonderful, joyful experience ever, and I'm so glad I get to share it with you. And thank you for coming along this journey with me on my first pregnancy, and I can't wait to see how big I'm gonna get at the end of this. You can't see, but I'm rubbing my bump. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye. God bless.